Hello, students. Good morning. It's another brand new day. I hope you're doing very great. And of course, I hope you've been able to take the last lessons that was sent. You clicked on the link and you were able to view the videos. I hope you've been able to get your homeworks done. I've seen the homeworks of some of you. You did excellently well. You're super smart and you're always doing me proud. And today we're going to be learning something, and I'd like you to follow along with me as we learn together. Now look at this. I need your help this morning. Like, I really need your help. I have some numbers and signs. I don't know what exactly it is. You know what? If somebody's there and can help me with the numbers and the signs, if you can just tell me what exactly it is. I'm not saying you should say less than and equal to. No. I want you to exactly explain to me what it is, and I promise, if you can, I will give you a gift. I'm not going to tell you the gift, but in the next slide, I'll give you the gift if you get it right. So can anyone help me? Still waiting. Maybe you guessed right, maybe not. I don't know. We're going to find out in the next slide. So get your books, get your pencils, workbook, student book, and get everything ready. Of course, I know you should have everything ready by now because the class is starting right now. So let's go to the next slide. So what was your answer? What were you able to say? What did you say? What was the answer? Were you able to help me? Okay, let's find out. Today we're studying ordering measurements in mixed units. And down here I have signs, I have numbers, I have kg and g, that's kilograms and grams. I have meters and centimeters, liters and millimeters together. And I have the less than and equal to and greater than sign. So what does that tell you we're studying? It means we're going to be arranging those measurements. We're going to be arranging the numbers, the measurements that have mixed units. Just like, of course, we did that in decimals. We didn't do that in percentages, but we did that in decimals. And we were able to arrange from smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. But then these measurements are mixed. It's not just kilograms only. It's kilograms and grams. It's meters and centimeters. It's liters and millimeters. So did you get the answer right? Okay, well, now here is your gift. If you got the answer right, yay! Thumbs up. That's the gift I was going to give you, okay? All right, so let's go to the next slide. An objective. What exactly are we going to learn today? Now, as we go along in the lesson, you must bear in mind that at the end of this lesson, you must be able to order measurements with mixed units. Now, I will not say order numbers with mixed units. Okay, we're talking about measurements, so we will not say order numbers. We'll say order. Remember decimals, we'll say order decimals. So this is about measurements. So we're going to say we're ordering measurements with mixed units. That means it's not going to be in kilograms alone. It will be in kilograms and grams together. It's not going to be in liters alone. It's going to be in liters and milliliters together. And it's not going to be in centimeters alone. It will be in meters and centimeters. So those are mixed units, okay? We'll order from biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest. So let's go ahead. Okay, I have an example here. We're going to look at this. Look at the pictures. And what just comes to your mind when you look at the pictures of Tyre, Jade, and Han? What comes to your mind? 123 centimeters tall, 1 meter 56 centimeters tall, 1.48 meters tall. What comes to your mind? Well, what comes to my mind is we're talking about height, okay? And if we're talking about height, that means the particular measurement unit we're speaking about is length, okay? Now, what are we expected to do? Who is the tallest and who is the shortest? That's exactly what we're meant to do. But look at each of the measurements except for tire. You'll find out that Jade has meter and centimeter, and Han also has 1.48. Okay, so there might be one or two things we need to do to put things in order here. Okay, now let's look at the first thing we're required to do. Having all these measurements like this from our lessons we did in decimals. No, there was a particular lesson we did and I said to you, you have to, yes, it was decimals. We had, I think it was fractions. We had to order we had to order the numbers, but some of them were in fraction and some were in decimals. Remember what I said to you? Change everything to decimals first. Then after that, you will be able to order. So, does that say anything to you? Here you need to change everything to the same unit first, and then you will be able to order. So let's see how we do this. Now, how do we convert all the measurements to the same unit? Remember from our previous lesson, that's from unit 1, I said to you that you must always bear in mind the rules of conversion. And what's the rule of conversion? Smaller to bigger units, what do you do? Bigger to smaller units, what do you do? Okay, all right. Now let's first of all look at it this way. What 2 units of measurements do we have in this height, or in the numbers we have, the measurements we have? We have centimeters and we have meters. So let's convert everything to meters. What is the unit of measurements for meters and centimeters? Remember, 100 centimeters make 1 meter. Okay, now let's look at tire. Tire has a height of 123 centimeters, and remember we said we're converting all the measurements to the same unit. We're converting to meters, so that means we're converting from a smaller unit. Centimeter is smaller than meter, so we're converting from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. And what do? We divide. So 123 divided by 100 centimeters, which is the standard unit for meters and centimeters, is 1.23 meters. I'm sure it's not strange to you anymore how we did the division and got the answer. Even without the calculator, 123 over 100. What is that? Like, you have to change to decimal and move the decimal point how many times? Twice. So if you move the decimal point twice, you have 1.23 meters. Yeah, very easy, right? Yeah. So we also look at Jade. Jade is height. Now look at this. Jade has his own height in meter and centimeter. So what do we do? Remember when we learned time, when we have in hour and in minutes, and we have to convert to minutes only. What do? We just deal with only the hour, convert the hour to minutes, then add the remaining minutes in the question to the answer from converting to hour, the hour to minutes, and then you'll be able to find the answer. The same thing applies here. 1 meter, 56 centimeters. We're converting to meters, so let's not even bother about the 1 meter. It's already in meters. Let's focus on the 56 centimeters and convert it to meters. So 56 centimeters, of course, centimeter is smaller than meter. We will divide. So we divide by the standard unit of measurement for meter and centimeter, which is 100 centimeter makes 1 meter. 56 centimeter divided by 100. Again, the way we convert to decimal during our decimal lessons, move the decimal point 2 times to the left, 0.56 meters. So remember, it's a mixed number, okay? So we have 1 meter already. Add 1 meter to 0.56 meters, we have 1.56 meters. And finally, for Han, already we don't even need to bother. First of all, let me ask you, is there anything we need to do to change Han's height? Is there anything we need to do to convert? Do you think we need to convert? No, we don't have to, because it's already in meters. Okay, so now the second thing you do, remember the last lesson we did on decimals. I said to you, don't get confused, always arrange the decimals that you're ordering on a line, then start comparing from the whole number to tenths and then to hundredths. The same thing applies here. So you see, it's very good we had the decimals lesson before now. So let's use the knowledge of our decimals. Let's apply it here. All the whole numbers are the same, so what do? Move on to the tenths value. It's saying we should arrange from tallest to shortest. That means biggest to smallest. So what's the next number that is biggest in the tenths place value? 5. So 5 is the biggest. That means 1.56 must be the biggest number. He must be the tallest. Who has 1.56? Jade. So Jade must be the tallest. Now try to do the remaining two and let me see if you get the answer right. Yeah, you have just 30 seconds. Too much, right? Okay, no problems. We'll reduce it to 15 seconds. So by now, I'm sure you're almost through. Finish. Yeah, that's what you always say. Finish. Okay. All right. Did you get the answers right? If you got it right, thumbs up. But if you did not, try to do it again, okay? Settle down, listen again, and try to understand better. The answers are 1.56 meters. Jade is tallest. 1.48 meters. That's followed by Han. And the last one, 1.23 meters, Tyre. Okay? All right, let's go to the next one.